Well, they're here. They're finally here. And of course, I'm talking about the minifig parts for the horse knights and the snake knights from the medieval horse castle. But there's good news and maybe a little bit of bad news. I'm Tom Bray since 1954. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm making this video this week a little earlier than I usually do because these parts just hit Pick-a-Brick. And I'm talking about the torsos for the horse knights, the torsos for the snake knights, and the legs. And when I say the horse knights, I'm talking about both the royalty parts and the normal troop parts, and the shields for both. And we've been anxiously awaiting these parts, especially since we got the news that the figures from the Lion's Knights Castle were going to retire. And in fact, the Black Falcons are out of stock, and the royal figures from the Lion's Knights are out of stock. So we've been pinning our hopes, those of us who love Castle, on this new set becoming available on Pick-a-Brick, and it's finally here. Now, here's the thing, though. These parts are only available from the standard order section of Pick-a-Brick. Now, if you don't know, there are two different ways you can order off of Pick-a-Brick. There's a bestseller feature where you can just screen everything out, so it's just you only see the best-selling parts. Those are the parts that are kept in the United States warehouses where Lego ships from in the U.S. All the other parts, the standard parts, and there are a lot of them, are kept and shipped from Denmark. So, in a normal time, this wouldn't be such a big deal. All it really means is that you would have to wait for the speed of the shipping. And in days past, it could be either a couple of weeks or up to a month. But ever since tariffs went into effect in the United States, that kind of threw a wrinkle in things because these parts are subject to United States tariffs. And so for a while, Lego shut down their standard order feature while they figured this out. And I guess they were trying to decide whether to absorb those tariff costs or pass them on to us, the consumer, and just exactly how to work this as a business so that it made sense to them. I imagine they're in the process of shipping as many parts as they can to the United States for the U.S. market so that we don't have to pay tariffs. And I also imagine that they'll be building a facility, which is what I heard, a manufacturing facility right here in the States, which would bypass all of that problem. Now, I have heard through the grapevine, meaning you guys, that some of you have received Pick-a-Brick orders from Denmark without paying a tariff, that they were shipped by Lego, DHL, or FedEx, however they're shipped, and that they arrived at your doorstep without the requirement to pay an additional tariff to the carrier, to the person delivering the package. Which makes me, if this is so, and I don't doubt you guys, but this makes me believe that Lego has absorbed the tariff, which may indicate the reason why some of these parts are slightly more expensive than we're used to. Like, for example, the snake shield and the parts like that. It could be that Lego has built into the pricing and figured out how to do this in the time they were shut down on their standard orders so that they can absorb the hassle of us paying the tariff while still having us pay the tariff. So I was going to hold off and not order any of these parts until they hit the U.S. market Pick-a-Brick because I didn't want to get stuck paying a tariff. However, I decided in my $35 a month plan that since it's December, I would go ahead and order $35 worth of these new minifig parts. And so what I did was I basically put together two squads. I put together a Horse Knights squad of, I think, 4 minifigs, plus a fifth who's an officer who wears one of the capes, and then 4 Snake Knights. And I didn't order any of the heads because I have plenty of heads, or weapons because I have plenty of those. I just ordered the torsos, the shields, and the legs, and the capes. and just to experiment, as an experiment. Number one, to see how long it took Lego to ship these to me, especially around a holiday. And two, to see if they arrived to me without any tariff. So I'll keep track of this, and I'll let you know what happens when I receive that order. In the meantime, in the next coming weeks, I've got some normal Pick-A-Brick orders that I put in that I want to share with you, kind of grabbing the last of the Lions Knights castle parts, and then we move into the new year. Rejoice, because these parts are here. I'm very excited about it. I've got my fingers crossed that some of your experience in not having to pay a tariff will be my experience, and I'll let you know how that all works out. But in the meantime, don't we all look forward to building our Horse Knights armies and our Snake Knight armies? I think it'll fit in very good with King Cuthbert's lore. What do you have planned for these new parts now that they've had? How are you going to use them in your Lego world? As always, let me know in the comments because I learn so much from you and I always love hearing from you. So until next time, and hopefully we get this order soon, keep building your Lego world one brick at a time. Take care.